At Parks Primary School, homework is set by the class teacher, who establish their own homework routines with their pupils. The tasks set are designed to consolidate learning taking place that week or to practice skills. We believe homework has many benefits. It encourages the children to work independently. It allows parents to have an active role in their child's education and to see their progress that they've been making. And it informs parents about what their child has been learning in school and the different strategies that they've been using to solve problems which may be different to the ones that we've used when we were at school. We hope that our parents and carers will encourage their children to complete their homework tasks and help and support them when appropriate. Class teachers are always willing to discuss ways in which you might help your child or to explain an activity or a task that you might need further clarification on. We thank you for your continued support. Together, we can make a difference.
Timetables are a really important maths skill that we need all of our children to understand and to be able to recall. Children need to learn their timetables up to 12 times 12, starting with counting in 2s, 5s and 10s, and then learning the multiplication and division facts. And they need to learn these with speed and accuracy to help them to solve other calculations with all different areas of maths, whether it's measures or just straight calculation. Timetables Rockstars is a really brilliant resource that we have in school that helps children to practice that recall, learning them as quick as they can, and they can practice them at home on Timetable Rockstars and at school.
Timetables Rockstars helps me with my timetables because you can play different modes which help you with your speed and accuracy in maths. These are the modes: Garage, where you can choose 1 minute, 2 minutes or 3 minutes. The timetables in Garage are teacher set. Studio is another mode. This one changes your status. My status is second best, rock legend. The timetables in here are up to 12 times 12. There is also Festival and Arena, where you play against other people. My favourite is Garage.
I like Timetables because it helps me with my maths and it's fun.
Computing is a vital part of our children's education as they grow up in this modern world of technology. Through computing lessons, your children will learn a series of skills, all based around computational thinking. They will learn to problem solve, and then they will learn the technical skills needed to get computers working on that problem. Coding is a huge part of computational thinking, but more than that, it teaches your children transferable skills. Coding will teach your children problem solving, it will teach creativity, and it will teach teamwork. Purple Mash provides a program called To Code, which will allow your children to practice computational thinking at home. More than that, Purple Mash also has a whole suite of packages that will help your children to use the different software available to get computers working on solving problems.
I like Purple Mash because I have amazing art and I always save it.
At Potts Primary School, children in Foundation Stage 2 as young as 4 years old are accessing Purple Mash and enjoy exploring Mini Mash. We regularly set to-dos for the children to complete as homework. Both children and parents tell us what they have done on Purple Mash. We really appreciate you logging on to Purple Mash and helping your children explore Mini Mash.
Coding because I get to program whatever I want to program, like swimming fishes.
Parks Primary School, we continually review everything that we do, and this is true of reading. About 5 years ago, we decided that we had children in Key Stage 2 who were reading books which were not necessarily appropriate to their reading levels. In Key Stage 1, we use a system called PM benchmarking, and children are benchmarked frequently. This ensures that children have a book which is accurately matched to their level of ability, and this enables them to make great progress. It's also a way of teachers being able to track that progress. In Key Stage 2, children read books which were in their colour band, and we found that this wasn't always accurate. We also had a concern about the number of children who were either not reading at home or not signing their reading racetrack to say that they were reading at home. The expectation at Parks is that every child will read for 20 minutes every day, 5 times a week, and that's a minimum requirement. We brought in a programme called Accelerated Reader, and Accelerated Reader is computer-based. Each half-term, children take what's called a Star Reader test, and they are given a ZPD, which is their zone of proximal development. The child's ZPD will be a range, so it may be a 2.0 to a 3.0, for example. The child will read a book at a 2.5 level. That's halfway between their ZPD range. When they finish that book, they will take a test, and they need to pass that test in order to be allocated a word count. If they pass that test on a 2.5, our teachers ask them to read a 2.6 book, for example. Sometimes it's necessary for children to jump to a 2.7 or even a 2.8, but we continue to match their books to their level of ability and ensure that they're able to pass the quizzes at a sufficient rate. Accelerated Reader is a fantastic resource. Teachers absolutely love it because it enables them to gather data on how well the child is doing. It enables them to celebrate the successes with the child, to recommend books that they may want to read next, and it also gives them more information to support them in their assessments. More importantly, the children absolutely love Accelerated Reader. They love the element of competition. They enjoy reading books which they may not necessarily have chosen prior to us introducing Accelerated Reader, because their friend is the same level and their friend has enjoyed the book, for example. They enjoy the competition in terms of the word count. We have individual word counts which are set at the level of the child, so no two children will have the same target because no two children are exactly the same type of reader. This ensures that children know exactly what is expected of them and give them something to work for. We have inter-class competitions in terms of word counts, and children really enjoy competing with their peers in other classes to see who has achieved the greatest number of words in that week. Our average for a week can be as high as 4 million words, and that's only in Key Stage 2. So out of the 10 classes in Key Stage 2, our children read and pass tests on these books and are allocated in excess of 4 million words. And this seems to go up year on year. So for us, Accelerated Reader is a fantastic resource and our children absolutely love it.
I like accelerated reading because it makes me feel happy, and it also makes my brain work stronger. If there is a question if there is a word that I don't understand, I just ask a teacher or my parents.
I love reading because it gives me more vocabulary, which helps me with my writing. And AR means accelerated reading, helps me with my reading because I have to take questions, and if I get all the questions right, it means I understood the book.